Oh my god, I am purple. Hey guys, and welcome to another mod spotlight by me, Gamer of Eternity. And today we're checking out the mod ThaumCraft 3 by Azanor. He's a pretty cool dude. Whoa, sorry, slight hints of lag today. Azanor has been working on this mod for a while. He's had 3 versions of it, like this. Like you can see, this is ThaumCraft 3. He's ThaumCraft 2 and ThaumCraft 1, of course, just ThaumCraft. And yeah, this is his newest installment. If you've ever played with ThaumCraft before, this is completely different than ThaumCraft and ThaumCraft 2. So let's get started. So first of all, let's start out with the ores. First you have... Wait a second, guys. I gotta do something. Sorry, I know I'm not very good at recording YouTube videos. I'm not used to this. And I haven't recorded in a while. So let me just fix my little setup real quick and I'll be right back. Alright guys, sorry about that. There's an ore I was missing. Well, let's get started. Well, this ore right here is amber. It doesn't really do much besides research, which we'll get into in a minute. But that's mainly what this is for. This is V shards. This is V's infused stone. Basically, what V's infused stone gives you V shards, which are used to make various items in this mod. Now there are also different kinds of shards. Water shards and water infused stone, fire shards, earth shards, and air shards. All these shards are used to craft various things in the mod, and also used for research, like I said earlier, like most items in the game are. And if you see real quick, this has to do with research. But if I go and I grab an item, like I just grab like some, I don't know, some butter ore. If you hear me say that and you think I'm copying frickin' Sky Does Minecraft, don't you even? Because I've been watching him for a while, and I'm just saying that as a reference to him. So as you'll see, normally you have to hold shift, but I changed my config so I don't. But basically it has 2 different little squares up there above the name. These are aspects, and this one has 4 of see how it looks like a trophy? It's reward riches. It means reward and riches. And then there's medal too. So yeah. Oh, I have delete mode on, don't I? Did not mean to have that on. Okay, well, so yeah. Now, these are from another mod. I'm just using these to show the crafting recipes. I'll get into this mod in a different video. So right here we have the table. Just a plain old table. You can use it as decoration, or there's some special uses involved with it. We'll get to that in a minute. These are glass files. It's just 3 glass and a piece of clay, and you get glass files. And they're used to make various items, and can also hold liquid aspects inside of them. But we'll also get to that later on. These are scribing tools. This is just a feather, a glass file, and an ink sac. You can also use a bottle, but just for the mod review's sake, I'm using files just because that's part of the mod. And this is shapeless, so I can have them anywhere, you know. Just anywhere. I'll get you scribing tools, which are used later on as well. These are just the main starting off crafting recipes that you should make. Now this is the wand of the apprentice. This requires a stick, an air shard, or any shard. Actually, I just put an air shard because TMI is retarded. That's the only shard it shows. I know I could use creative, but I really hate creative mode. Well, and then you're going to need a gold nugget, a stick, and any shard, and you'll get the wand of the apprentice. And then the last thing you'll need is a cauldron. The only reason I put this recipe in here, even though it's vanilla, is because some people have never made a cauldron in their life, because it's useless, to say it nicely. It's useless. So yeah, let me get myself, I'm going to need a couple of those. And don't worry about any of this other stuff. Just this is another mod, this is another mod, another mod, another mod. So we'll get into that stuff later. Get myself a wand of the apprentice. Actually, I'm gonna skip straight to the highest tier wand just for the mod review's sake. And then I'm gonna need some scribing tools, of course, as you saw. It's one of the starting items, scribing tools. And I'm also gonna need a cauldron. And I'm also the last thing I'm gonna need is a what was it? There are 5 things. Sorry guys, 1 second. Alright guys, never mind, that was it. Sorry, I'm being really retarded today. Well, the first thing you're gonna need to make is just place it on a table like that and right click it with your wand. And normally you'd have the default wand, but yeah, you just right click, and ta-da, you have the arcane work table. This is used to craft a lot of the stuff in ThaumCraft, and it's really cool item. You can just craft normal stuff in it, but it's the only thing that can be used. Well, not the only thing. There are better things that can be used later. This makes a lot of the tier 1 stuff in ThaumCraft, and your wand has to be in there. See, it's just a workbench, and you stick your wand in there. It has to be in here to craft the ThaumCraft stuff, and it shows up on top, which I think is really cool. Alright, and I'm also going to need some netherrack. I just realized. And some fire. Now with the cauldron, just going to need to have that on top of fire like that. And then just right click it with your wand, so you can take your wand out of here. Right click it with the wand and you'll get a cauldron. Or not a cauldron, an arcane crucible. This is used to craft some of the other stuff in this mod too, and also used to assist in crafting as well. So basically you just fill it up with water, and that's all there is to it. You just fill it up with water, and wow, that didn't work at all, did it? Okay, so when in doubt, water bucket. Okay. So basically now you'll see in a second. Give it a second. See, bubbles. That means it's boiling. You start throwing stuff in there, but don't do that yet, because you first need to make a research table. Now this. Oh wait. Crap. Oh god, I feel stupid. Right click it with the scribing tools and you get the research table. This is used, you see there's lots of complicated, but it's really not that complicated. Really, you just put paper in there, and you put paper in this slot right here, and items in this slot, and you'll use their aspects to research different recipes that use that aspect. And now the last thing you're gonna need is a bookcase. And you're like, really? A bookcase? This is really useful. This is a main part of this mod. Basically, just right click a bookcase with your wand and you get that book. This is the Thaumonomicon. Basically, I was in creative mode earlier messing with this, so I have all the research. But most of the time, you'd have to research it yourself. Now, the cool thing about me doing this mod showcase is I can't spoil the recipes for you, because I can't just let you make everything without researching, because you can't even craft it without researching it first. Even if you put in the right recipe, it won't let you craft it, which is a good thing. So these are the basics of ThaumCraft, and next episode we will get to some more advanced stuff in ThaumCraft. See you guys.